Hi guys, welcome back to my weird little YouTube channel. So quickly before we get started, I just want to let you guys know it is super sunny outside and we've got snow on the ground, so the lighting might change and be a little crazy throughout the video, but there's nothing we can do. I'm really sorry. Right, so today, in the spirit of upcoming Valentine's Day, I thought we'd do a little Valentine's Day look. So a really kind of cute pinky, peach pinky look, glitter, very important, right? So I'm going to show you guys my look so you guys can recreate it and have fun on your dates. You can always change bits if you want to, it's up to you, but this is what I'm going to be doing and hopefully you guys like it, and let's just get started. So to begin with, I'm just going to start off with priming my face with the Manhattan Perfect and Protect primer. Okay, I have to say, not the biggest fan of this, and for what it cost me, which was probably about €5, it could be better, but it's personal opinion, but it works. It's a primer, that's the main thing. Blend that all out, nothing really special to it, just make sure it's all blended out. And I should probably be doing this with a mirror and not just free, but that's okay. Now, before we move on to the next part, I'm actually going to get a mirror so I can see what I look like, okay? That's also a very important step, okay? Knowing what you look like. Okay, so now we've got, there we go. Now we've got everything blended out from the primer. We're going to move straight on to the eyebrows. I just personally, it's preference, I prefer to do my eyebrows before I get started on the rest of my makeup, because it means that if I mess up, which I usually always do, I have time to go back in with either some concealer or the foundation when I start putting foundation on and correct any little mistakes that I make. So the pencils, I have two pencils that I like to use when I do my brows. The first one, they're both from Benefit. The first one is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. You guys can see that. It's not working, the camera's just being annoying, but it's the Goof Proof, like I said, the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. And the second one that I'm going to use, I'm just going to show you, is the Highbrow, also by Benefit. Can it work? Will it focus? Will it do what I need it to do? No? Okay, great. Well, that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. I will have everything linked down below, so if you guys are interested in these products, you can always just check them out down there. But that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna start off first with the Goof Proof pen. Let's try this. Bless you. Bless you again. Let me see. Worked out pretty well. Okay, my eyebrow game has seriously stepped up since I got my eyebrows done at the Brow Bar Benefit. I'm a huge Benefit fan if you haven't already noticed. No, I absolutely, this lady did my eyebrows and I was just like, I need to recreate this on a daily basis. So, yeah. Okay, on to the next eyebrow. Yay! Let's do this. Oh no. Eyebrow out really quickly. Just want to make sure we haven't got any really harsh lines in there. I'm not like a big fan of like overly obvious eyebrows. Okay, so we are good to go on that front. Thank God, hallelujah. They're not too bad today. You know, you have those days when your eyebrows just won't work. It's like you try and you do really well and you haven't changed anything, but they're okay. So now we're gonna move on to underneath the eyes, the eyebrow, sorry. And I'm just gonna take my highbrow pencil. Okay, yep. So I'm just gonna take my highbrow pencil and I'm just gonna pull a light line. You don't want too much of this because it comes out quite light. And I find that if you have too much on, you can very obviously see that you've gone around it and perfected it and cleaned up all of your edges. So we're just gonna have one nice little line along there, same on the other side. yeah, very pretty. And now we're just gonna blend that out because obviously we're not planning on looking like idiots. Not today, it's Valentine's Day, we need to look amazing. Right, I have been an idiot and forgotten the pencil that I need to go. Nope, I can use this one, that's okay. Technically it's my highlighting brush, but it'll do. Okay, we're just gonna take a brush and we're gonna blend it out. Same on the other side. Really, I'm not very particular with that. Right, okay, now we've got our eyebrows finished. Okay, we're gonna move on to a little bit of the contouring. I am using this Caxier Miracle Stick. Not the biggest fan of it, but it works. I just have an issue with the highlighter. I'm not a big fan of the highlighter side. The first time I actually opened it, the highlighter literally flew out of the container. But it's good and it's easy just for doing my contour lines without having to bring out a brush and paint them all on. So, but you will see all of that as I go along right now. So we're going to do one line here and one line here. I'm just going to do little dabs along here, a little bit my chin, a little bit here again. Down the nose. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go along the forehead, which is why it's great that if you have a hairband or something to pull your hair back, please do that. I never had one, but that's okay. I'm just gonna wing it. So, but obviously contouring goes where your shadows would naturally fall, so the highlighter goes wherever your face would naturally pick up light. And then I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender and just buff that all out really quickly. I only put a little bit on. I'm not like the biggest fan of too much contour just because I feel that when it sits on my face it makes it feel really cakey, and I prefer a more sort of natural feeling when it comes to wearing makeup. So not that I can obviously feel every single layer of makeup that I'm wearing. That's not my favorite kind of feeling in the world. Okay. Right, so now I'm just going to go in with my foundation. Let me just show you guys that quickly. So I use the Matte Studio Water Weight foundation. I really like it. I don't know if I mentioned this in other videos that I've done for makeup, but I really like this just for me because, like it says, it's water weight, so it's a lot lighter when it goes on your face. And if you're someone like me that doesn't have to deal with many blemishes on your face, then I would suggest a lighter foundation. If not, you know, again, personal preference, if you want a heavier foundation that gives you more coverage, that's perfectly fine, but I just prefer one that's maybe a little bit lighter on my face, so. And then just go to town. I can feel this running. Oh my. Yes, okay, there we go. Right, so now that our foundation is on, I'm just going to move quickly onto a little bit of concealer. I like to put this on. Oh wait, no, I need to show you guys first what I'm actually using. I'm using the Manhattan Wake Up Concealer. Works pretty well for me. It's concealer, it does its job. I'm not going to waste a lot of money on buying a concealer, just personally. So yeah, I like to put that on under the eyes to cover up the very sexy eye bags that I always have. Okay. So So if you have any scars on your face, like I do, like right here under my nose, I like to just apply a little on there. Not that I'm hiding anything or insecure about anything, I just feel like it's makeup. You want to look gorgeous, Valentine's Day, okay? And even though everybody's scars are beautiful, we're covering them up today. Blend that out again. Perfect. So the next step, so that now we've got all of that on, the next step we're going to do is the bronzer. So it has two sides to it. One is sort of the sparkly side, and then one is the sort of darker side. And I prefer to use just the darker side because the lighter side is a bit sparkly, and I don't want to be looking like a vampire right now, you know, like Edward Cullen type vampire. So we're going to just use the darker side. Yeah, like I said, this is just going to go over where you would have contoured. If you contoured, you don't have to. I can just use this mirror right here. Right here, nice and light. There we go. Sweet. Right, so now we've got the look up until this point. What we're going to do next is a new step that I've added in to my makeup routine, and I only do this, I would only suggest doing this if you're going out somewhere and you really want a nice finished, like perfect, not too matty. You get what I mean. You want to look flawless, okay? It's Valentine's Day, you want to look sexy. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to it's already making me cough. For those of you that couldn't guess what I've got, it is a priming powder, also known as baking in the makeup world, you stupid mirror. There. So, mine is from MAC, it's the Prep and Prime, and baking is basically putting like a bunch of powder on your face so that you look sexy, pretty much, in easy speak terms. So, to do this, we are going to look like fools for a little while, but that's okay. So, without tipping this everywhere, this is what it looks like. It's just a very loose powder which we're going to use to set all of our makeup in place, keep it where it's supposed to be and look sexy. So what I'm using to apply this is just a damp beauty blender, just a normal beauty blender, and you're going to take it, you're going to dip it in the powder, and we're going to look really interesting. So this is what it looks like right now. And I'm just going to put this, I'm going to pull the first set, it's going to go right under here if it does want to. So we're just going to take it from the top of the nose and we're just going to pull it right under the eye. Then we're going to go along here, on the chin a little bit, and on your forehead, right up there. Not on your hair though, not like me, that's not exactly where you want it. This then sits on your face for about 10 minutes, is how long I like to keep it on there. And yeah, so that's just going to sit there and do its thing, and in the meantime we're going to move on to the eyes. I'm just going to seal this up first because I've got powder everywhere. So we're going to start by, I keep forgetting to show you guys the product. So I'm going to start by priming our eyes. I like to use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. In Minor Sin, if that's got something to do with it, and I just like to apply a little bit to one of my fingers and then just pat that on there. And this is really great. I've been using this for quite a while now, and it's very, very good for keeping everything on your eyelid instead of falling off, because that's not what you want. So I'm going to be using the Sweet Peach, I think that's what it's called, yeah, the Sweet Peach eyeshadow palette by Too Faced. I was kind of searching the internet. I knew the look I wanted, kind of the peachy, pinky colour, and I was like, where am I going to get those sorts of colours? And then I found this amazing palette. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using we're going to be using 4 colours here. Georgia, then we're going to be using the Just Peachy, the one below that, which is Candied Peach, or Canned Peach, I don't know, Candied Peach, there we go, Candied Peach, and last we're going to be using Cobbler. Right. Okay, so I'll show you guys again when I use the product and where I put it. So we're going to start, we're going to take one of my Zoeva brushes, the Zoeva brush 228, right there. Yep. And we're going to take that and we're just going to start off by using Georgia, which is the lightest colour in there. Above right here is where it's going to go. Right there. So it's like kind of like a little half halo over your eye. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So next we're going to move on to the main eye area. And we're going to take the Just Peachy. And that's just going to go all over your eyelids. So right here, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to move on to just the outside of our eyes and the crease area. So I'm going to be using the MAC 219. So we just had like a mini interlude. We just had to switch batteries really quickly, but MAC, if the camera angles changed, that's why. Right, so we're back. We've got our eyes. We've got the most of it done. Now we're just going to do a little bit of pink in the outer corners and pull that into the crease. So for that we're going to use the last 2 colours, which is Candied Peach and Cobbler. These 2 right here, then, right next to each other. So you're going to get, oh, I just got my nail in there. You're going to get a little bit of your Candied Peach, and then you're just going to take a dash of Cobbler just to make it a little bit darker. We don't want it too brown. And you're just going to put that right on the outer corner right here. But we're just going to pull that through first. And there's the timer. So if it goes off and you're not quite done yet, that's fine with your eye makeup, that is. Just finish whatever you do and then just, I'll show you what to do next. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly blend out this pink. Yeah, I will just set this aside really quick. That's totally okay if this happens. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take 2, I like to take 2 different brushes. So this one, and not that one, this one here. So the Zoeva 126, it's the cheek finish. So it's like that. And then I like to use this, it's from Douglas. It doesn't have a number, but just one thicker pencil and one thinner pencil. So with the thicker pencil, you're just going to take off all of this excess right here. You're just going to pull it off and blend it in. There you go. And then you're going to take the smaller brush that I showed you guys, and that's what you're going to use for under your eyes, just because you don't want to be getting all this powder in your eye. So I find that a smaller brush is a lot nicer to use when it comes to working near your eyes. Right. And now we've got that off, we're going to go back to our eyes again. And we were just putting in that little bit of a darker shade around the outside and the crease of your eye. So that's right here. And then you just take a brush and you're just going to blend that out a little bit. Right, so now we're going to move on to the bottom, your lower waterline. And what I like to do with this, or what I'm going to call it at least, is sort of like almost an ombre. So you're going to go in with Just Peachy and Candied Peach, which are the 2 pink colours we use. Here, yep, there and there. And you're going to take Just Peachy, which is the lighter one that you put all over your eye. And you're just going to pull that straight from the corner all the way through. Right, and then what you're going to do, now you've got that on, you're going to take the Candied Peach and you're just going to put that just in the outer lower lash corner right here and almost connect it up with the Candied Peach colour you have going from your outer corner into your crease. If you have a bit too much or you've gone out on a little area that you didn't want to, I like to just take some concealer and just put a nice fine line there. If you mess up, it's pretty easy to redo. But so if this is the look you want and you want to finish here, that is totally fine, that's up to you. I like to go one step further. This is Valentine's Day, it only comes around once a year. So I am going to use, put some pressed glitter into the inner corner, just up to the middle of my eye. And I'm using pressed glitter beauty glaze, looks like this, from the outside. And then the inside we have these 4 really amazing colors right there. And we're going to be using this sort of peachy pinky color right down here. This color right there. So I'm just going to take the eyelash glue. There we go. And I'm just going to take that and just go right there. Right to the middle of my eye. This on to my eye. You guys, look, I'm not even finished with this yet and it already, like, it makes such a difference to the look. I absolutely love this pink glitter. There we go. So now we've got our glitter, we've got our bedazzle on our eyes. So now we're going to move on to the eyelashes. Okay, now that I've got my eyelashes on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of my mascara and just connect real to fake. And there you have it, you guys. This is the finished look. So yeah, as I said, it's sort of more of a pink inspired look. I really like it though. I think it's so cute. It's not too extreme, but it's also got a little bit of flair in it, you know, especially with the glitter and the eyelashes. Again, that's optional though. If you want to just stick with a more sort of peachy, natural look, you can just use the palette and forget the glitter. But I absolutely love this look. I think that it's really cute and it's perfect, and even if you don't have a date, you can still Instagram it, put it on Instagram, right? If you guys like this video and you like similar videos, go check out all of my other videos that I have. If you guys like this video, then give it a big thumbs up for me. It makes me very happy. If you guys enjoyed all the rest of my videos, if you've watched them or you like the content that I create, then I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. I will have my links to my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter and my blog in the description box below, as well as a list of the products that I used on my face today. So if you guys want to go buy them, even if it's not for Valentine's Day, then you can go buy them. And yeah, cool. Bye!